I really love the Ashati energy because it doesn't just deal with the symptoms, it actually goes to the cause. This is where the real healing and the transformation takes place. I feel that for me, for my process, I needed to have done this. It was a necessary step for me in order to make the next step forward in my career and for my own sense of well-being, happiness and joy. And I found that through this whole process, I've actually discovered a new person within me. It's really realigned me back to my own authentic self. I just feel as though I've gone through leaps and bounds. I don't have those fears anymore. I don't have that anxiety anymore. I don't experience the depression that I used to experience. And now I just find that I live a much more happier and fulfilled life. For me, it's really about living the life that I was born to live. The way I'm living my life today, the work that I'm doing today was just a dream. I bring the Ashati energy into everything that I do. And I find that it really just transforms everything that I put my energy towards. I find that clients sit in front of me and the way they walk in to my studio and the way they walk out are like two different people. The energy shift is just phenomenal. Transformational and empowering. They're the two words that I feel describes Ashati energy healing.
Ashati is for me probably one of the best systems I know to know yourself better, better yourself, understand your emotions, understand everything about yourself. And mainly for me it has been realizing that your thoughts make your world and your reality, and really understanding that and then working on it. The achievement for me, I mean, obviously they're still continuing. However, what I think would be the most important for me is the development of my intuition. I feel more empathy for people as well. And my consciousness has definitely changed. I don't look at things the way I used to look at. I have cleared, I think, a lot of repressed emotions, but mainly I think in my case, more than repressed emotions, it was beliefs and things I've been dragging all my life and I didn't know they were not mine. And when they came up to the surface, it was a big shock to realize that I didn't need that and I didn't like them and I didn't want them anymore. And once I was able to actually look at them, they just dissipated. For me, that was the best achievement up to now. Obviously, it's a work in progress. You can use energy healing on animals, on plants, on humans, on basically everything. And because I love my dog, who is a rescue dog, and she came with some problem of shyness, of fear of being enclosed, of being hurt. She's calmer, definitely calmer than she was. Before you couldn't touch her, anybody, even me, it was very difficult. You know, she was always skittish and didn't like to be touched. She felt like she was going to be enclosed, and obviously she suffered from that when she was young. But the more I did the energy healing on her, the more she calmed down. She's not perfect yet, but we're getting there.
I have always had an appreciation for a natural lifestyle and for ways of continuing my personal development. It actually wasn't until my Ashati training that I began the biggest and I guess the most significant journey. And that was to discover who I truly was, not what society wanted me to be. I learned ways of meditating, quietening the mind, dealing with repressed emotions. My biggest change is my perception of money, popularity, and material gain. I have found new ways to use my skills in business and creative development. This training was totally driven by me. I was given the tools to discover things for myself without adding more rules, more fears, or beliefs.
It's allowed me to live a path that's more true to me and not a path that someone else has chosen.
I feel like it's brought out the true essence of me.
For me, Ashati was a real transformational journey of self-discovery.
And I found that the consistency at each stage was it gave me clarity.
And I feel fresh and more clear So I'm now able to separate myself from the moment of emotion and look at things objectively.
It was quite powerful. So I was amazed.
It's a really beautiful and sacred experience.
I found it to be the most uplifting course that I've done.
I feel more in peace and there is more clarity.
Definitely feel like Ashachi's been better for me than other forms of energy healing.
It's miraculous, things that are happening. It's been fabulous, yeah.